Good morning. Well, it's 20 to 7 in the morning, and I'm on Craig's Court waiting to do a collection. And it's Craig's Court is just off Trafalgar Square in central London, and it's already a whopping 25 degrees at 20 to 7 in the morning, so it's going to be a warm day. Oh, just a quick one, this. I say that every time. I made a video a couple of weeks ago about posting a couple of jobs on the CX, and I was getting stupid low prices. I was getting like 50p a mile for long wheelbases and stuff like that, and phoning the drivers to ask why, and they're like, oh, we're doing it just to get into London, or just to do this, or just to pay. One of them was just to pay the congestion charge, and so he can work around London for the day. So yeah, when on the phone I agreed a different price for him, paid him more, did that with a couple of them. But this week has been the opposite completely. So I posted 3 jobs on the CX yesterday, and oh god, the quotes I was getting. I understand fuel prices are high. I run a van. I'm in a van. I know what's going on. But £3 a mile for a Luton, it's excessive. And I put a Luton job up. It was about 100 miles. I think it was 103 miles. And I got 6 quotes, I think. 5 of which were ridiculous. So 4 of them were £2.50 a mile. 1 of them was £3 a mile. And then eventually the one I sold it to was £1.50 a mile, which is a bit more reasonable. I do pay up to £2 a mile for a Luton, depending on the job, depending on how much I've got on it in the first place. Oh yeah, madness. Posted a small wheelbase job out. That was 68 miles. I got a quote that was £1 a mile, which I'm happy to pay for a small wheelbase, but it was from a company that I'd used before, and they lied to me, and I didn't appreciate it. They were picking up on site, and I was at the same site picking up, and they'd put on the CX that they were there, and I was sat there and they weren't there. And then an hour and a half later, I was still sat there because I was waiting, and they arrived an hour and a half late. The driver, anyway, it was a couple of drivers ran by one office, and do I introduce myself like, you're doing the job for me, blah blah blah. Didn't really get much response out of the guy. He got loaded and we both left at a similar time. Only for 5 minutes later, the office rang me and went, oh yeah, our driver's been on site for an hour and a half. He got there at 9. I went, no he didn't. They went, oh, what are you talking about? I went, no, I was on the same site. I introduced myself when he arrived. He didn't get there till 10:30. So they quickly got off the phone after that. Oh, we'll check with the driver and then we'll phone you back. Never phoned me back. Job got delivered on time, well, roughly. Anyway, but they put in a quote, and it was the cheapest, but I really didn't appreciate being lied to last time, so I ignored it and went with a higher quote. Yeah, and Leanne phoned and booked them in. I'm having a bit of an issue. I've gone deaf in one of my ears, so I can't phone people. Well, I can, but it's throwing me off a little bit. Yeah, so Leanne phoned and booked a driver in. I think it was about £1.20 a mile for a small wheelbase, which not great, but hey ho, everyone's got to make a living. And oh, finally, yeah. I got a message out of nowhere a couple of weeks ago. I think I mentioned in the last video. A house move. It's just a couple of, well, it's a desk, a cabinet, chair, and a couple of boxes. From the dimensions of the cabinet, though, we needed a Luton, obviously, so I had to book the job out. Obviously, it's a house move, so it's going to require some handball. So I actually quoted it quite high, I thought. Customer was happy with the price. After putting it on the CX, I realised that I had quoted it too low. I was looking at quotes that were like over £150 more than what I quoted. I didn't realise people charge that much to move a couple of cabinets from one house to another. I know there's handball involved. It's literally going to be half an hour at each end, handball. So I found it a bit ridiculous. In the end, a removals company actually came along and saved the day, and they did it for the same price that I quoted. So I've not made any money off that job. But the customer gets the job done, and the removals company were happy to receive a job. Yeah, so there's a question for you. How would you price up a house move, a removals job, like handball involved, both sides with help in a Luton? How would you price that up? Like, I thought I'd done quite well, but obviously some of the CX members that quoted on my job thought that it was worth a lot more. I don't know if that's people just pushing the luck because everyone needs the money. Yeah. It was a strange one. The bidding that I've been receiving. Anyway, van had its MOT yesterday. It's 4-year-old now. 310,000 miles on it, and 0 advisories passed because it's well looked after, well maintained. Needs to be in this industry, especially with this high mileage. Like I'm already 240 miles into the morning. It's only 6:45. Got to drive all the way back up to Manchester yet. Once the van's loaded, but we'll see how long that takes. Right, yeah. So like I said, if you know how to quote on removals, let me know in the comments. And like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.